the teachers are trying to get the best out of the resources available online. Vision and mission is very strong, and we believe the stakeholder needs to be very happy.
Hello and a very warm welcome to Great Principles. I am Seema Choria. I bring to you another iconic figure from the world of Indian academia. Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can do it. My today's guest dreamt and aspired to be a teacher, and a good one at that. As a young girl, teaching fascinated her, and her resolve to be one brought her closer to the fruition of her dreams. She worked along passionately, equipping herself with the tools and knowledge to shine as an educationist, and she made it. The success story of our guest is of another young achiever who is making it big in the world of Indian academia. So we are extremely thrilled and excited to welcome this young academician, educator, leader, Ms. Zeenat Syed, Principal, Poddar International School, Ambernath. Welcome to Great Principles, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's an honor to be on this platform. Thank you for inviting me for today's program. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So our childhood days, our early years have an extremely important remark, extremely important impact on what we choose as a young adult. So, ma'am, we would like to know something about your early life, your childhood days. What was your once upon a time?
My once upon a time, ma'am, if I remember, our childhood was totally different from the students today. We had, a lot of exposure towards the games. We had a lot of exposure towards different friend circles. So our childhood, I believe, 90s, what we call, is one of the best childhood for everyone. But as far as if I connect my childhood with today's present situation, I was always, willing to be a teacher. That is what I always tell everyone. I remember till now my nursery teacher's name. I remember my 12th standard teacher's name, those who have inspired me to be a teacher. And always, I still remember, if you know the old people, they will tell you, I still remember the games which we used to have. I used to be the teacher every time. So it was like, to be a teacher was always a dream for me. And I'm very happy that I could pursue my dream to some extent. And I'm really proud of it. So my childhood definitely was as same as all. But I had this different when everybody was talking about to be a doctor, to be an engineer. That time it was a craze. I wanted to be a teacher always.
Wonderful to know you, ma'am, because there are very few people, those who are very clear in their head what they want to be as an adult. Many after going into profession, they realize, no, this is not for me. Then they will switch. So we have someone very, very unique and rare with us who is very, very clear that what she wants to be, and she's very successfully fulfilling her dream today. Going ahead, ma'am, with 12 years in this journey of learning and teaching, how is being a school leader helping you better the education in India?
Ma'am, it's quite challenging at times because there are a lot of ups and down changes, challenges in the present situation. But I feel if we have the urge to do something, it's definitely, it helps you out in every way. And that is the same happens with us. We all, the academic background people, those who are teachers first and then the principals. The helping in India, we are trying to keep ourselves updated. When we have come into the teaching line, we definitely, somewhere check it as our days and the present situation and present requirement for the present students. So we definitely go ahead with checking, adapting the new technologies, methodologies to give the best to our kids. We always try to be at par with the present requirement and need of the students, and that is what is letting us go. We are very proud that we are able to manage, cope up with every need which is required to be into this system. As of now, be it an online class, the online lectures, physical classrooms, being connected with the students, and the requirement of the student. As we all say, it is developing the students for the 21st century. For that, I believe it's important for us to be first active and innovative to achieve that particular position, and that is what we are trying to give it to our kids.
Wonderful. So, ma'am and her team first equip themselves with the knowledge and then they pass it on to their children. And so it's like a two-way learning process. They themselves learn and then further educate students. So going ahead, ma'am, talking about your team and teaching, teachers are responsible for the quality education. And, with the pandemic coming in, there is so many challenges that is put in front. So how do you and your teacher apply the skill sets that you have as educators?
Ma'am, everybody might be talking the same thing. First, we have taken all the trainings, then we educated. But I believe the first thing, important thing is willingness. So what I feel, we have very well, develop our teacher to make sure that they are first willing, they are first positive, and they want to learn to the fullest to give it to the kids. And that is what is making little difference. The teachers are trying to get the best out of the resources available online, and they are giving the best to the students. So online journey is not easy for anyone, ma'am. We have teachers, those who are experienced, for physical and the what we call very typical kind of teaching for years. Maybe they've crossed 45, they've crossed 50. But I'm so proud to see those teachers too getting themselves very much equipped, very much, not only equipped, but rather they are going ahead with the present need of the requirement of the teaching. I have teachers whom we have seen, those who computer is nothing new for Podar, because we are one of the best IT equipped schools. But yes, for the online teaching and for the online needs, I'll give you example of corrections and a lot of the new apps. The teachers themselves have started exploring a lot of things, and they are loving it. The best part is they are enjoying, they are loving it, and then they want the students to do it. So I've never found at any instance when the students are asking anything to my teachers and they're not able to answer them appropriately or correctly, because they are going in depth, they are exploring, and then they are basically discussing to the students. And ma'am, as we say, it's a two-way process. I have understood and I have seen my kids are teachers sometime, my parents are teachers sometime. They have been a big support to all of us. They were the ones, those who have taught us many new things. They are the ones, those who have, shown us the path to maybe do it in a different way, more appropriate way, rather in a proper way. Maybe we were doing it in a brief way. They have taught us how to go about it in a very perfect way. So I feel everybody is acting as a teacher nowadays, but yes, the teachers are fully prepared and they are positive to go ahead to take all the responsibilities now.
So ma'am, this note only, if I ask you to brief and give me top 5 qualities of a new age teacher, top 5 skills that a new age teacher must possess, what would be those according to you?
Yeah. So I was talking, ma'am, the 5 best quality, what we feel. First quality, they need to be dedicated to teaching. I always say teaching is something which is, a very important job. It's not that you are only accountable for something which you are giving. Rather, you're accountable for something which you're not able to give it to the students what they need. So the accountability is extremely too much on the teacher. So the dedication level has to be, they need to be responsible. That is what I have quoted, that accountability not only for giving the best, but not giving what they require. So they need to be dedicated, they need to be patient, they need to be caring. And what the most important, knowledge. A teacher must possess a great subject knowledge. If the knowledge isn't there, and not only subject knowledge, knowledge to the core of the topic which they are teaching, because a teacher needs to satisfy every need of the child, every question of the child, and curiosity definitely has to be satisfied. So if a child is curious, the teacher requires to satisfy the curiosity of age-appropriate curiosity of the student, and needs to handle the student appropriately as per the time.
Wonderfully explained by ma'am. Here are the qualities and the skill set which are required for a new age teacher and which would help her to be a great teacher in future also. She needs to be dedicated. She, ma'am already said that she needs to be very much adaptable earlier also. So dedicated, responsible, passionate, and yes, she must be conversant with the subject knowledge. So going ahead, ma'am, Podar Group, a very well-known group, and especially with the motto of education for all. So the group is really flourishing and doing very good with 137 branches pan-India. So ma'am, you being one of the principals of this most renowned schooling brands, tell us what steps are taken in schools to fulfill the motto of education for all. How is this achieved in school?
Ma'am, first of all, what Podar believes is educating the excellence. And that says all. Vision and mission is very strong. What they want is to create the modern citizens who are, ready to make the global changes and along with the traditional values. So I believe Podas do have a very good team wherein everybody knows what we are doing. They have developed a team which is very much aware about each and every aspect and prospect of what exactly are we doing. Establishment of any of the organization is easy, but to achieve success, to understand what is the requirement and then go ahead becomes very difficult. What we call how the institution flourish. And on the renowned brand like Podar is flourishing because we understand the need of the present situation as well as the need of the child. Basically, it's a child-centric institution wherein we pay a lot of attention towards the student. We want the students when they, in future go and stand among blacks, they should be recognized. And to be the best and be recognized definitely is one of the a dream which everybody has seen, not only the parents but nowadays the kids themselves, they want to be recognized. You ask a second standard child, he'll be like, ma'am, I want to be an aeronautical engineer, and he's very specific about the field too. So they are so dedicated, and we do understand, and we are going ahead with the same dream of the student, and we want to see the same dream. We have seen the same dream which every parent has seen, and we just are there to handhold the child to walk on the same path to reach to the destination.
So today, ma'am, the secret for the success of Podar Group and the secret lies in their team spirit. They work in team, and each team member believes corely in the vision of the school. So the entire vision of the organization is inculcated in each and every member, and everyone is doing their best to achieve it. And that is where the secret lies in this renowned school, and that is how they are, even achieving their motto. So going ahead, as I said about Poddar being one of the renowned school, it has also been awarded as best school by Times 2020. And you have also been awarded many awards and recognition for your contributions also. So ma'am, from being the best last academic year, that is in 2020, what is next for your branch?
Ma'am, it's the best in city, then global. And basically, we want to be the best for each and every parent. We believe the stakeholder needs to be very happy. The awards are definitely the recognition which we get it for our work. But our motto and our intention is to be the best for each and every parent of ours, for the teachers. So we are already awarded by all of our parents when we see them happy, satisfied, and then they feel that the kids are in the safe hand, in the right hand. That is the best award for us. But talking about the recognition, the formal recognitions, yes, definitely we are planning, ma'am, to move a step ahead. We are planning to, not only be known globally, but yeah, one of the best institution already Podar is, but Amrinath also we want to reach up to certain destination and up to certain limit, which is globally recognized.
Wonderful. When the parent bestow their most precious investment, that is their children, to a school, and when they are satisfied with the result that they've achieved, there cannot be any other accomplishments more, bigger than this for the school educators and everyone. So true, so true. And this is what the real accomplishment for school is. So all the best, and we are sure that Ambernath branch will definitely reach to new heights, ma'am. All the best for that.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So on this note of wishing success to school, we reach to the very, very interesting segment of the show, which is called Rapid Fire Round, in which we will be catching some fun facts from ma'am, be knowing something other what she is. So you have to answer in one word, maximum one sentence I'll permit.
Okay, ma'am.
Question to you. Who is your favorite movie celebrity?
Sanjeev Kapoor.
Sorry?
Sanjeev Kumar.
Sanjeev Kumar, all right. Next question. What is your leisure time activity? What you like to do?
Ma'am, basically the leisure time activity is doing nothing. I just want to sit at a position, watch the water for hours and traveling.
Yeah, at times we all crave for this thing. I just want to sit and do nothing.
Do nothing. Our mind works 24 hours. So I believe the leisure time is when we get the mind rested for 1 or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. But basically, it's watching. I go at the seashore and sit there for hours, I love to travel.
Wonderful. So ma'am loves to travel and watching the waves, rising and coming down, low tides and high tides. It's something that she does, and that is what resonates while helping her rejuvenate her tired mind. So going ahead, ma'am, are you a social media person?
Not exactly, ma'am.
Exactly. All right. So which is the most famous dish of Nagpur?
Nagpur is tari poha and sauji.
All right. So you just mentioned that you love traveling. So where did you travel last?
Goa.
Goa. All right. And when this pandemic is over and world is a little more open, where do you plan to go next?
Ma'am, I had all the plans to go to Singapore, but then due to pandemic, I don't know when I'll be able to make it. But definitely, if I'm traveling next, it has to be either Paris or Singapore.
Wonderful. So this is what we had got some fun facts and fun likings and something out of the work we got to know Zenith ma'am. Now going ahead, ma'am, we all are daily inspired and motivated by the words or acts of people who make a difference, the wise people. So to put it more specifically, name that one educationist who inspire you as an educator.
Dr. Kalam, ma'am. I still remember I have personally, I am fortunate to, listen him physically in the programs. He said, and I believe what he wanted, he has got it. He said, I want to die while teaching. I want, this is a passion for me. This is everything for me. So when I say bye to the world, I want in this position, and the same happened. So definitely, he is the one who's inspiring many and has inspired me with his lot of positive words.
Wonderful. So, ma'am, Kalam sir for her teaching and guidance whenever she is in need of inspiration. So this brings me to the last question of the session, which is also called choice question, ma'am. Ma'am, when you were also talking about how teachers should stay accountable for their roles. And given a scenario where all students are not, everyone learns at their space, their pace, they don't understand concept, and with the teacher-student ratio in the classroom, what do you think are your views on ownership and accountability as a school leader? Parents, like I said, have bestowed their most precious investment to you. So what are your views on accountability and ownership?
Ma'am, what I feel when we sit on certain position, we sit understanding the ownership and accountability up to a certain extent. The ownership and accountability for me is interconnected to each other. If you feel it's mine, you will take the accountability of the same. So I believe, ma'am, it's not a responsibility, it's rather the opportunity which we get. So I won't say the accountability. Many of the people I've seen, they talk about the accountability and the responsibilities, but I feel if you have trust, if you have love, and if you have passion, definitely there's nothing better than that. And for me, the ownership and accountability almost is same, ma'am, because I know this is my own work and I have to do it and I'm accountable for it. I don't feel somebody should come and let me, bank for a certain task given. I have to do it. I have to do it. There shouldn't be even a deadline for it. When we know there is certain work which is to be completed, it has to be completed. And I believe it all comes with trust in yourself. So I trust myself and I take the ownership and accountability. As a school leader, you can't say this is, we are limited to certain parts. Your accountability, sometimes you need to even counsel your class 4 members. Sometimes you need to counsel the guards. You need to tell them that how responsible you are. You need to counsel the students, to teachers, the admin department, even the parents. So ma'am, these all things are interconnected. And when you have taken the responsibility, definitely there has to be certain outcomes. And this is what, ma'am, basically it's not a project, it's a passion for me. So when I talk about a passion, everything I feel, I personally take all the ownership and accountability. Certain time I get into the things which I feel, so much of involvement maybe is not required, but I do take it because I love it. I love doing that. And I have seen a very positive impact of it. I feel satisfied. I feel at the end of the day, no, I have done some justice to myself. And I don't think so nowadays principals consider it as a job. It's never a job for all of us. It's a kind of routine life. And for all of us, the kids and the school is everything. We start our day from the school, we end the day in the school. So definitely a trust and a positive feeling which we do have. I believe this is all for a person.
So, it gives me so much pride to meet an educator for whom her work is her own reflection. She doesn't count it as, a job or something. It's her reflection that is being reflected on the results that she achieves while doing her duties. So wonderful to know you, ma'am, on this front. Very few people are so passionate about this. And yes, educators are, as you rightly said, that for school leaders, what it is more than a job or a responsibility, it is the passion that drives them. It is the children whose future is at stake and in their hands. So you're transforming lives. A wonderful session with you, ma'am. We had an incredible time knowing you, getting insights from you. So thank you. Thank you so much for taking your time and talking to us.
Thank you so much, Seema ma'am. And I really would like to, tell you one thing which we always talk about, like you said, educators. Ma'am, I feel, nowadays we people have more passionate about certain things and we are more clear about certain part. I've never seen anybody wants reminder. Anybody needs any kind of detailing. We do it because we have to do it. Teachers do it because they need to do it. Yes, certain time, a deadline needs to be set for everything when it comes to data, but when it comes to physical working, you will never see anybody telling you about a PTA meeting, a PTM, or about the assessments, about the trainings to the teacher, about talking to the parent when they require you to counsel the students when there's no planning. It just goes on, and that is what I feel is you, because you're accountable, you get into the system, you get into the things on your own, and that it keeps you going. If this is not there, I feel I'm scared. I'm really, it's a nightmare for me even to think if I'm not in between the students, not in between the kids and teachers, what is going to be the post-retirement life is very horrible for all of us.
Absolutely, absolutely. And when you are so very inclined to work at your best, then the results always come, out of the cloud nine. I mean, you are always on cloud nine, seeing what you desire and what you are getting. So wonderful to know you here, ma'am. So we would like to thank you again for lovely time and lovely interaction with you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Seema.